Hey everyone watching, we are on Facebook and YouTube, I believe, and welcome to Super Saiyan Saturday, the Dragon Ball Super After Show. My name is Kelly. I'm accompanied by DJ and Ernie.
Good.
So first off, hey everyone watching, we are on Facebook and YouTube, I believe. Two of me. How did that happen?
That is so crazy.
First up, let's talk about the episode. What did you guys think? Ernie, let's start with you. How did you feel about this episode?
It's Dragon Ball Z all over again. I mean, all I'm getting is...
What does that mean?
Pointless episodes.
Filler episodes?
It's Dragon Ball Z all over again. It's the original Dragon Ball Z, not even Kai's.
So you weren't impressed with this episode?
No, it just furthers my argument and point that Vegeta's a better dad.
Okay.
By far. Like, he might come in, like, second best fighter to Goku, and I mean, but he always be a better dad. Come on. That was adorable. Even when he beats his son, it's still cute. He's a great dad.
How do you feel? Do you feel the same way?
I 110% agree with Vegeta. I'll be honest with you. I feel like a Rock is a better dad than Goku. So
The Rock or A Rock?
Yes.
Both
accurate. So, no, I mean, what's hard about Dragon Ball Super, with Dragon Ball Z, especially for America, they used to air it every single day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
As opposed to where most Japanese
you
shows...
have to have a filler episode.
Yes, but for
when
us...
you start off the season, you want to start off with fillers?
Well, here's the thing. With Dragon Ball Z, even, they always had filler episodes. It just didn't feel dragged out because at least there's tomorrow, where Japanese shows are once a week. That is normal. But I feel like American audiences, unless you're purists and anime fans, we have a show. If nothing's happening. And unfortunately, I like this episode because it shows Vegeta in a great light. You know, you never really imagined Vegeta going on a freaking trip with his family, raising his kid. So tough, and he's still Vegeta. Yeah. That's the best part. He's still Vegeta. He is he's legit irritating.
He's still the tough guy though, but like he's still there. I mean, when he was on top of the vehicle while they're flying, I was like, it's like a jack, like antenna ball. He wouldn't move. He was just stuck up there like an ornament. And,
exactly.
And she's like, oh, you want to be a wise guy, right? And Bulma just starts flying him through shit.
I feel like it's a great love story. I feel like that's a better love story than Twilight. Like, that's the first time you've actually seen Bulma and Vegeta have any type of affection.
I still don't get how that relationship came to be, and like, was she just drunk and horny and just that's how it started? Was it a one night stand? I mean, I don't see how. I mean, you can see where the love is now when, you know, like if you saw Resurrection F and. Well, let's not go ahead, but like skip ahead because I'm pretty sure they're gonna show it when he gets all pissed off about her. But I mean, you can see the love now, but I still don't know how it started.
Sure.
Okay, well, can I be honest?
Yeah.
I disagree with you guys on this point.
What?
First off,
Which
everyone
point?
out there, if you are watching, comment below. Let us know what you thought of the episode if you watched it. We would love to talk about it with you guys. But in my opinion, I didn't think it represented Vegeta in a good light as a father.
How not?
It looked like he hated being a father the entire day. He wouldn't go inside the ship. He made his son carry all the packages. He was not contributing with his son trying on clothes, and he's like, "Oh well, I mean, how are you gonna look cool if you can't even put your shirt on right?" Like the whole time he was like ragging on him.
No, he did the shirt thing and saying, "Hey, son, by the way, I need you to look spiffy. Fix that button."
Don't see that as a father figure.
May I?
You go
I
first.
mean, he was there, which is complete opposite from Goku. But
May I offer a perspective?
Wait, tag in. You go first. Remember to tag me.
I'll tag you in. I promise. Vegeta.
I hope we're not ganging up on you, but
No. Here's the thing you need to know about Kelly. Like, I love Kelly to death because when she thinks something, like, it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. I legit love that.
What was the last one? We were doing some.
It was Westworld. It was complete Westworld. It was one of those things
Every single thing.
For the record, we were both semi-right. I'm just putting it out there.
Yes, this is true.
Okay. Anyways, with Vegeta, keep in mind, this is a guy that was introduced as an invader. A guy that was a tyrant. A guy that was a pirate. This dude would not even be seen with a wife. He wouldn't even acknowledge a wife. He wouldn't even acknowledge a kid. Matter of fact, as soon as he got pregnant, he took off. This is called progress. This is the best version of a dad I can be. This is legit like, son, your shirt's not right. You know, his version of it is, dude, you suck. Fix your shirt. It's his version. That's why at the end of the episode, Bulma's like, "Oh, he tried," and even Trunks was like, "Thanks, Dad. This is the most love I've ever gotten from you. You're amazing."
You guys called it him being a good father when I just consider it him being a father.
I feel like everybody has their parameters and like levels as far as I'm gonna tag you in. Everyone has their levels as far as this parenting skills versus this parenting skills, this type of affection versus this type of affection. As far as I'm concerned, for a Saiyan, keep in mind Goku's a Saiyan too, and his parenting skills suck. He's friendlier,
but he's nice to his kids.
He's nice to his kids in his way because Goku's basically an idiot. Like, I'm sorry, Goku is not the smartest guy in the shed.
Yeah,
he's just not.
Yeah,
Ernie Tigan.
Okay, now if you want to look at, I see what you mean about he's just being a dad, but not a good dad because you're comparing him to human dads. And if you compare Earth dads, so if you were to compare, Vegeta to every other Saiyan dad, I mean, most of them are dead. But if we saw the movies, how Bardock and the King Vegeta was like,
even Broly,
Broly.
Well, I'm just saying, like when Broly was born, it was just more like, okay, when Saiyan babies are born, they're not even acknowledged. They're just born and they're sent off.
Yeah, so I mean, they are better dads than most of the other Saiyans in existence. I mean. They aren't anymore, but yeah. And also, I mean, we know anime, and you've seen what Tsum Tsum. You know what Tsum Tsum is?
Yeah.
He's a huge Tsum Tsum. And we all love Tsum Tsum. Like, we all love those. I mean, he acts super against it, but deep down inside, he loves them, and he cares about them. Like, it's like that quote that, like, people say. It's, when they tell you to, hey, be careful doing that, or grounding them when parents ground somebody, or they've been like, go wash the dishes, go take a shower, you smell like shit. I mean, that's their way of saying I love you.
Never said that to me.
Well, I was raised in a Mexican household where
that's tough love. That's tough love.
That's a tough love. That's what he does. I mean, he beats on a child every single day, and it's not that kind of beating though. It's he's training him. He's toughening up his son.
You could have said train instead of beat, but
no, you saw how that whole thing started. It started off with him punching his son.
I will say this: I do like the reference to Z because that is something that did happen in the Buu saga where Vegeta is training Trunks. Vegeta's easy to train at 100 times gravity. Trunks is struggling, and the bet was, son, if you can land one hit on me, I'm gonna take you to the park. Why not? And they did, and it happens. And this is the episode.
I thought he sucker punched his son and knocked him down, and he was about to cry, and he told him, "No, stop! Don't tell your mom. I'll take you anyways."
And that's what you call progress as a person. This is called self-development. I'm telling you, because Trunks did land that hit, and what did Vegeta do? Knock his kid out. Parenting.
Well, I mean, I just disagreed on the whole good part. That's my point. I do agree that he was making an effort to be a father, but he seemed really grumpy the entire time. Like he did not want to be doing it.
I feel like that would be me as a dad.
Really?
I feel like that would be me where my girl is going to know me to the point where she knows my grunts. Like, babe, are you having a great time? He's having a wonderful time. Translation, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my wifey will know my grunts. I feel like she will know my resting asshole face. You know what I mean? Yes, she will know my hungry grunts. She will know my irritated grunts, and she will know my horny grunts. Like she will know my non-verbal communication.
Wait! I need to know. How does a horny grunt sound like?
Oh my goodness.
You'll find out later. No, but the point is, you're talking about a race that does not care about their kids. Not only do they not parent them well, they legit don't spend any time with their kids. Like they're born,
like Goku,
and then they're sent off.
Yeah,
they're born and they're sent off. So you're talking about, and Vegeta's the only one that knows that. Goku has no recollection as far as what it means to be a Saiyan. Vegeta does. Vegeta knows exactly what tradition is. Vegeta knows there's no care. Vegeta knows there's no parenting. What's parenting?
But
stop it.
But let me throw in a little bit more into. So yeah, Vegeta doesn't know about the whole parenting, but I think Goku should. Look at how his grandfather raised him and was so tedious on how so strict with him, but always was there even when he was training him with the mask on.
He was a little cookie.
And I don't know, but I mean, still, he saw how a parent should have been. He was raised by a really good parent, but then he can't turn that around to his own kids.
Not entirely true, because Grandpa Gohan did teach him how to be kind, which he did, and Goku is kind. So Grandpa Gohan did teach him that. Grandpa Gohan did die very early. So Goku doesn't know attachments. He knows kindness. He didn't even know what marriage was. He doesn't know love. He didn't even know genders. He had to pat.
Oh, he found out about gender.
He had to pat Bulma in the.
He was not very bright.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Goku's not a smart dude, but he's also a wild child. Literally, he's a wood.
He was not educated, but he was cared for.
Exactly. So he knows care, but he doesn't necessarily know. He doesn't necessarily know attachment. He knows fighting. He knows niceness. He knows care, and he knows protecting people. Not necessarily the roles of what it means to be a good parent. Just how to care. It's like, hey, walk it off. You got punched in the face. Walk it off. That's training. You know what I mean? So let me open it up to a couple of our followers. We have Mario Ayala.
Hello.
Who says, hey guys, greetings from Puerto Rico.
Wow.
So, dude, Mario is awesome. He always rocks with hashtags, so shout out to Mario. He also says that Vegeta is a prince. Obvious is all new to him, but he loves Bulma and Trunks, just like Battle of the Gods when Beerus slaps Bulma and Vegeta in rage and fury.
That is a good example.
Because he slaps his wife, and that's what Ernie was talking about. That's the reference he's talking about. So he cares in his way. Now,
his own way.
Whether or not that's the ideal way, universally, sure, maybe not. But as far as Vegeta being as good as a parent as he can be, this is a far step from when he first came to Earth. Blowing people up.
This definitely was a Vegeta episode, though.
Absolutely. So we also had Goku on King Kai's planet.
Very quickly. It was very brief. And King Kai was like, why are you here? And then told him to change out of his safari clothes.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Goku is like the biggest...
Eating the biggest bowl of fried rice.
Oh, he's a moocher.
He's like the biggest moocher.
He's a big...
freeloader. He's like the huge...
He's a couch surfer is what he is.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate
planet
couch surfer.
He's the planet surfer.
Yeah. Great call.
Tell me how does King Kai get into a car accident when he's the only person on the road?
Yeah.
You are your own worst enemy? I don't know. But one thing I do love about it is the fact that King Kai and Goku is voiced by Sean Chamel. So essentially, it is a scene with him talking to himself. So I think that's awesome. And, he doesn't skip a beat either. Like, when he's King Kai, he really is King Kai.
Do you think they film it separately?
Yeah, they have to.
Okay. You don't think he does it one after another?
That's a very old school way of like ADR and like dubbing, you know what I mean? So they'll do like one tracks and he'll feed off of himself and give like himself a certain energy. I think he always does King Kai. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he does like King Kai first, then the Goku voice, or vice versa, whichever. So that's always awesome.
Then we moved on to Vegeta and his family trip shopping. Yep. Bulma wanted to shop, eat some food, and they ate a ton of food. This was like the foodie episode.
But Bulma was wifey. She knew her husband. She said, more food. Vegeta said, feed me. She says, all right, I'm going to feed the hell out of you.
Now, why do you think he got all upset about the octopus? Was it because that one octopus hit him in the face when they were...
Oh, yeah. No, pride. No, absolutely pride.
Yeah, it's pride.
Absolutely.
And also, you wouldn't be happy about getting squirted in the face. Or
no.
Ernie, stop.
Yeah, no, that's why I stopped. I was like, I'm gonna stop Ernie? There. We're getting into tentacles and squirting, and I was like, I better stop.
So that'd be the best. And here's the thing about Dragon Ball Super. Here's the best thing about Dragon Ball Super: food. Oh
my goodness! Every time we watch this,
and food. It's gonna get so much worse.
So hungry. We need to order a pizza next time.
No.
I told Joe, can we?
Fried rice.
We need fried rice and fried rice, bentos, and calamari.
Agreed. I'm down.
Hey, have you ever wondered what senzu beans taste like?
I always pretended my M&Ms were senzu beans. I'm not even kidding. I used to separate.
Do you think they'd be sweet?
Not necessarily. No. I think it would taste like a lima bean.
Oh. Yeah,
that's what I thought. It was like a lima bean.
But
or frijole.
Being the fat ass that I am, I separated the green peanut M&Ms, and those were my senzu beans.
That's awesome. You must have been a cute kid.
I was a very hefty kid.
So now you're blaming it on the senzu beans.
I'm not blaming it on anything. I'm blaming it on me feeding my face.
So then we move on from them stuffing their faces and then Vegeta having this powwow with the octopus to the luau. And
he tried so hard.
They call out to Vegeta and they're like, oh, dance off. And then he gets super pissed, blasts everyone, and then flies off. And everyone's like, oh, he's part of the show.
He can fly.
I love that, though. I mean, at the end of the episode, Vegeta pretty much, he took as much as he could take.
That's true.
He took as much as he could take before he was like, I can't take. He was like Popeye, I can't stand no more, and then he like flies off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
Bulma, I need a wife like Bulma. I need a wife like Bulma. She gets her man. Their own baby, their bundle of joy gets their parents. Like Trunks knows, I'm gonna go to mom. Dad's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? And he's like really happy at the end. Like, thanks for spending time with me, Dad. That's so awesome. I want that. Relationship goals.
I do feel like Bulma can also be hot-headed, So
she was terrible before.
She relates. She like has had those moments where she'd flip out over, well, not nothing, but
no, she used to flip out over nothing. We're talking about a character whose ambitions and her goal, first introduced in Dragon Ball, her whole mission to gather the Dragon Balls was for a boyfriend.
And that's true.
Not the most, life-altering Nobel Peace Prize wish.
But she was already rich anyway, so.
Yeah, and that's the thing. She's a spoiled, entrepreneur brat. Capsule Corp, thank you very much. And she legit wants these magical, mystical orbs for a perfect boyfriend.
Yeah.
Ultimately, she's looking for a Match.com.
Pretty much.
She's looking for a Match.com.
And she's using a wish to do that.
An eternal wish. An eternal dragon wish for a boyfriend. You would think that money would be enough.
Well, I mean, you hear it all the time. It's hard to find a good man out there.
It's hard to find. Okay, first of all,
she was very high maintenance.
I'm just saying, first of all, LA Dead ain't that great. Second of all,
it's not good.
But you're taking two characters. You have Vegeta, who's like an ultimate ruthless space pirate. You had a spoiled princess. You actually can see how far they've come.
Yes.
Yeah.
And their relationship does show. Yeah. Like you said, they challenge each other. This is the first time we've actually seen a relationship with Bulma and Vegeta, because as far as we know, Vegeta hit and quit. Vegeta straight up smashed and dashed, okay? And not only just dashed, I'm gonna go into the bar for a little bit. He dashed to another planet. He said, you're what now?
Another section of the galaxy.
Launch, bam, and he took the hell off. So that's what I'm saying. I love this relationship.
And Bulma's still with him.
And Vegeta's with her. I think that's more of an accomplishment than Bulma being with him.
If I got pregnant and told my man that I was pregnant and he took off, and then he tried to come back, I don't.
No. Okay. Fine.
Well, he did come back and help save the world.
But what I mean is, we're talking about a dude who does have the option to leave. Leave the house. Legit relocate to another planet.
Yeah.
He legit, and on the way out, blow us up.
Yeah.
F this, child support. Bam. And that's it.
Blow up the world for child support? Yeah. I can see people doing it.
Yeah, I can see it too. So let's take the time to say what's up to another great hashtag follower of ours, Edward Sanchez.
What's
hashtag
up?
Edward Sanchez approved. Thank you for joining us, Edward Sanchez. But no, I love this relationship. I love this dynamics. I love that you can actually see why they stay together now, which is they're both stubborn a-holes. Yeah. And they have a cute kid now.
Yeah.
They have a cute kid now.
Which everyone wants to be Trunks.
Everybody wants, Everybody wants to be future Trunks.
This
future Trunks. This Trunks has a few things to prove before he becomes future Trunks. I'm just saying. And we also have Beerus.
Yeah, Lord Beerus. Move on to Lord Beerus, and he's still waking up, kind of a little groggy.
He's in that groggy state where he's hungover and just wants food.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's us. So basically us.
Hungover wants food and destroy things.
Yeah. And
you mostly, but
me definitely. But Lil Bro is right there with me.
I don't drink, so I don't get hangover wake ups anymore.
Fine, but you get. I just woke up. I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, I get that all the time.
There you go. I know Kelly throws down.
How do you wake up and then not be hungry?
No,
vegan?
I was going straight LA route, which is people who like kale, people who wash their figures, the apple cider thing.
I am always
cleansers,
hungry.
Cleanse people.
Well, you eat plants, only plants.
No, I'm a pescatarian.
Yeah. See?
I eat seafood.
But you still get
through you. You get hungry, of course.
But you still get hungry.
Yeah.
Future episodes, we're just going to be non-stop eating here.
We are going to start bringing food in.
We need to.
We need to start bringing food
in. If we want to make this a true Dragon Ball Super after show, we need to bring food into our episodes.
I'll bring senzu beans.
Please bring some.
Well, are you going to bring some green M&Ms?
I'm definitely bringing
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Green M&Ms, and it's
I will go and pick them all out for you.
Matter of fact, we should rate the episodes with senzu beans and be how many senzu beans? Oh, I'm all powered up. It's all 5 senzu beans. Feeling strong today.
We didn't have any senzu beans at the end of the episode. I mean, our M&Ms.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll eat them before we rate them.
We'll eat them before this even starts.
Our mic will go crazy just with the munching. How do you feel? I don't know.
So talking about munchies, so we see Beerus show up to the planet and offer dinosaur meat. Yeah, offer dinosaur meat.
And then the whole time, that planet's huh?
Oh,
the communication.
Those Yo Gabba Gabba. Thank you for reminding me. The Yo Gabba Gabba monsters.
I thought it was real monsters, but what was it? Home for Imaginary Friends. What was that?
Oh yes.
You remember
Home
that?
for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of like that.
And I liked.
Don't look at me like, why do you know that? Shut up. I know a little bit. Okay.
That show was amazing.
It was amazing. My favorite was the monster dude, and when he got the police episode. Have you seen that episode?
I don't remember.
Damn it. Blue's like, come on, I just want one. He's like, not one. He is my favorite.
Oh,
you don't remember that?
I don't remember. I need to go back. I need to go back. Hey,
watch the Flea episode.
I remember the show.
Okay. Kudos on that.
Thank you.
All right, so back to Dragon Ball Super, which is what we're here to talk about.
So we see the monster go transform, and we think primitives, and he's like, "Oh, you can transform."
Strong.
Yeah, well, that one guy does.
Yeah, that's
well,
he was like the leader of the planet.
He definitely fought the strongest warrior of that planet.
Fought? It was really a fight.
They engaged in combat, and Beerus made short work out of him. Clearly, short work out of him.
Dropped that tiny little beautiful snowflake, and it melted into the ground, and the planet melted away.
And that was after he considered eating them.
Food is always a priority, of course. If you're gonna go to a planet, you need to taste the locals.
What food did they have here? The last planet he blew up, he ate their food.
Yeah, but he actually had a banquet though. This planet had jack crap.
And this
planet had dinosaurs.
Well, it was dinosaur meat. Supposedly the dinosaur meat was good, and he got bored. He was like, I don't want this anymore. But
am I the only one that wonders what dinosaur tastes like? Am I the only one?
Well, I mean, there's that logic that if something,
I want to try meat. Okay.
Yeah. the logic is if it can possibly eat you, it's got to taste better than you.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, we are bigger than like chickens, and like people like according to sharks.
Tell that to the chickens of Legend of Zelda. Them chickens will kill you.
I hate those guys.
Okay,
those things are dangerous. Those things are dangerous. I was scared of those as a kid because of Legend of Zelda.
Now, in the episode, there was a little conflict I felt between Whis and Lord Beerus because he was taking too long. Like he was sent down to take over this planet, and Lord Beerus is like, "You're taking too long. I'm coming in here."
But in the words of Wise, he was gone for 2 minutes.
That's true. But how do you think that's going to play out? I know that you probably know more about this, but do you think that this is going to cause trouble?
What, that
or his right hand man? Yeah.
No, his right hand man. We saw from the movie that. I still don't get why that's his servant when he is stronger than Beerus and trained him.
I love that.
But he serves him, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, let him." Like, is that his kid, or did he raise him, or because of some kind of honorable pact? I don't understand.
Even if I haven't seen Super, I mean, we have seen Battle of Gods.
Well, yeah, Battle of Gods, and that's where I'm getting.
But let's put that to the side. Yeah. I like that. I mean, yes. Spoiler alert, Whis is stronger than Beerus. Beerus does still command Whis, even though he's technically weaker than Whis. I like that hierarchy. I like the fact that there's like an honor system. There is a servant system. There is a one person above the other person, and realistically, it just shows you how dangerous Whis is if he is able to train somebody who is able to blow up planets that easy. So I like that system, you know what I mean? Because you're right. There is some type of loyalty to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to do it. But a god of destruction comes from somewhere, and he gets trained, apparently. So that's kind of cool.
So you think that there's going to be no problems with him?
No.
Lord Beerus is basically just impatient.
Beerus is definitely impatient.
He's like how the Kai's talked about. He's kind of like a random chaotic force of nature that just appears and bad stuff happens.
His duty is to destroy. That is his balance.
Yeah, just like the Kais create, there's a balance that destroys. And I mean, the Saiyans were that balance at one point. They were the ones that went to different planets and destroyed from birth. I mean, they were the balance, but now they're gone. So I think the Z universe has been trying to balance itself out, and that's why there's been more bad guys coming in.
So it's kind of like the Force. If you don't mind me piggybacking real quick, I mean, obviously we have what naturally happens with Frieza, the Saiyans. Certain planets get destroyed, certain species get destroyed. The ones who don't carry out the balance, or the things that are left unbalanced, is what the Destroyer goes after. That's the role of the gods. That's the role of the Kais. That's the role of the Kais looking over things versus the god of destruction who needs to destroy certain things. So, I don't know. I think ultimately this is a very straightforward episode. Not a lot happened. We know at the end of the episode, Beerus was recalling a prophecy. Yeah. And he finally remembered a premonition.
Yeah,
correct.
That's what they used.
Exactly. Well, premonition, correct.
The reason why he woke up early.
Was and he had it like on the tip of his tongue, and then he realizes it's called the Super Saiyan God. So
or Soya, Super Soya God.
Super Saiyan God, sure.
Super Saiyan. He doesn't remember exactly what it is. He's still destroying shit and eating until he remembers.
And I think that's pretty much it for the episode.
And then, well, no, at the very end, we did see Goku and Vegeta training. Just a little clip of them.
Sure, right, correct. Right.
And ditching on the party.
Just to finish up the episode and get all their 28 minutes in.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, so what did you guys think? What was your opinion on this episode?
Okay.
Vital.
Are we doing ratings or opinions?
Liked it. Just opinions first. Okay. And then we can do our final ratings.
I love, this is probably one of my favorite Vegeta episodes. Nothing happened. But the reason... Well, here's the thing. We're used to Vegeta being the powerhouse. We're used to him being the fighter. We've never seen him in civilian... I'm not going to say never, because GT kind of did it.
GT never happened.
GT kind of did it.
GT never happened.
Anyways. But we've never seen a relationship with him and Bulma. And I do think this is kind of cool. I like the dynamics, and it makes sense. Just like Chi-Chi tolerates Goku for being an absent father and a husband, but it makes sense enough to where he's just like, well, he's a lovable lug, and I have a little mini Goku, so I got my second kid, so we're good. Yeah. So we're kind of figuring out how the Saiyans do work with Earth women.
I love how all of Goku's kids look exactly like him.
Well, Goten more than anyone, but for sure.
Oh, Goten.
Goten is for sure. So.
Yeah. Good filler.
Yeah. Filler.
It was it was vanilla filling, but not strawberry or chocolate filling.
Is
just
that
vanilla.
Is it
How dare you rank vanilla bad?
Strawberry.
Vanilla is just it's not bad.
It's just put that on the bottom of fillings.
It's strawberries on top. Strawberries better than vanilla.
I'm a vanilla guy.
And then chocolate is the best for most people's opinion. I like strawberry better, but anyways, it's still vanilla. It was I love the Vegeta stuff, but yeah.
I think I agree with you. I think that to me it felt like a filler. Second episode, and I still feel like not enough has happened.
Still building up.
Yes,
very much so.
Especially for this series where it's only once a week rather than every day. I feel like they don't need these slower episodes.
They should just do a Kai.
Unfortunately, we're trained that way. In Japan, this is very normal. We're not used to that as far as Dragon Ball Z, especially because it's so fast-paced for us, traditionally. Dragon Ball Kai cut out all the fillers.
Yeah.
So, I feel like anime fans will tolerate this a lot better than people who grew up with Bruce Faulkner and heavily edited Funimation dubs before in the past. This is now a pure translation of... And they're not going to do that anymore. Funimation's been very vocal about the fact that they're not going to do in-house music anymore, in-house rearrangements, and change it that much. They're going to do it as accurate as possible while making the dialogue applicable enough for Western audience. So, our attention span is just different. So,
well, what I expected from Super was basically how Sailor Moon Crystal did theirs when they came back.
Yeah.
How their episodes are pretty kind of straight to the point. No more fillers based off of their old stuff. They cut all that filling and then just went straight. That's what I expected. Super,
cut out. Yeah. In Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, I actually enjoyed Crystal. I mean,
no, why not? No,
I enjoyed Crystal.
I like Dragon Ball. I like Dragon Ball Kai. I like Dragon Ball Kai
because it's chopped up and like just all the good stuff in between. But I mean, Super is dragging on a little bit too much right now.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you at this moment. Yeah. I want more action.
Now.
I need more plot. It should be faster.
They're teasing us.
I will say this. I mean, if they wanted it to be just like you said, actually, Ernie, like if they wanted it to be like Dragon Ball Z, which is interesting because the reason why they put filler in Dragon Ball Z is because they wanted the manga to stretch out. Yes. They don't need to put filler in here, but to make it feel like Dragon Ball Z, they're putting filler. There's no manga. Well, there is a manga, but it's being done at the same time. They don't have to do filler if they don't want to, but Dragon Ball, the property, is money. It is a franchise. It is about merchandise. So
this is true.
They're going to slow it down intentionally. Unfortunately, with the way we're trained, it is slower, and it's going to feel slower until we get into the good parts. So.
Well, I feel like with the first episode, they definitely could have cut way down with Trunks going around trying to find the gift. Trunks and Goten.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They could have cut that way down and then like moved some of this stuff in there and then brought in like the storyline that Lord Beerus is like definitely like trying to remember who this Super Saiyan God is, and that could have started the plot in episode 1. Whereas episode 1 was like, welcome back to Dragon Ball, and then episode 2 was like, here's all the people that are in it.
But at least we got Vegeta this time. So I think we're done with the episode.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Short episode.
So I give it a.
How many spirit bombs?
I give it a good. This is just because of my love for Vegeta, and just because I'm a fan of seeing Vegeta not do Vegeta stuff in a Vegeta way. So I'm gonna give it a good solid 4.
Nice.
Oh.
How about you?
We're doing it out of 5, right?
Yeah, out of 5.
Okay, damn.
Why, are you gonna give it a 5?
Vegeta got fed. I lived through that. I lived through his feeding. Goku ate a big thing of fried rice. I was happy with that. I need fried rice now.
Yes.
I'm going with 3.
3?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I gave the last episode, but I thought this one was more interesting than the last one, so I don't remember what I gave it. So this one I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
Because I think I gave the last one a 3. I'm not sure what I gave the last
Maybe.
one.
Well, the last one was just like, hey, we're back.
Last one.
We're Goku. We're
Yeah.
back.
So it was better than the last one.
It's fine.
A little bit. It's building up, and I'm expecting good stuff for the next one. What do you guys think about the next one? Like, do you have good feelings that we might run into an actual episode we like?
I still think that I don't think it's gonna get to action until like the 5th episode. I still think we've got another 2 before we start seeing something.
See you guys next month. You could probably skip the next episode.
Hang in there.
Please don't skip the next episode.
Yeah,
we need the ratings.
Hang in there.
We need the
Don't
ratings.
listen to this guy over here.
So let's go ahead and address.
I wear a bikini next time if you watch.
Oh, yeah, come watch that.
So you're punishing us. Awesome.
I'm punishing you guys. It's fan service for them.
That's fair.
This is an anime after show.
So we got a couple comments from Cyborg Man off of YouTube.
What's up?
He says, they got Hakad. That's hilarious. And then Cyborg Man says, where's Vegeta's mustache?
Yep.
Vegeta's mustache doesn't exist anymore. Vegeta's mustache went away with GT. The mustache and the Hitler stash is no longer applicable. It really was a Hitler stash, by the way.
It was so
And Vegeta had a flat top. Oh my god, I hated that. Oh my goodness, I hated that. So in GT, Vegeta had a mustache and a flat top.
Yeah.
They wrecked him.
I can't wait to see Krillin. I know he's gonna have hair.
Yeah, Krillin is kind of senpai because he got the hottest chick in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, the best one.
You got the best.
The best one.
That's what I'm gonna say.
She's the best one.
She's a bad. Droid.
She's awesome.
She's a bad droid. You know, that's all I'm gonna
She's
say.
great. She kicks ass. She's the only girl that actually fights out of all of them.
So we have another comment from Cyborg Man. He says Raditz met Goku in DBZ episode 2 and started trouble already.
Yeah,
That's fair.
They
fair.
they had it every day, and they still got to the storyline a lot quicker. I have to be honest. This is so slow, so slow.
Although we are getting food service, so it's
A lot of food
a
service.
lot of food service.
It's just making
let's
me
get
hungry,
it. Let's get it all out of our system
If I
now.
actually had
And then,
food, I'd be a lot happier.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Like, yes, for Dragon Ball Z, it that went fast, but other sagas, like for instance, when Gohan was in high school, like the first 5 or 10 episodes was nothing about.
Good lord, I hope that's not the same.
But I'm just saying, like he was flying around as Great Saiyan Man and being a superhero. Like nothing happened.
I love
in the
that
saga.
though.
But nothing
I
happened.
love that though.
But nothing
He
happened.
was stopping crime.
Like, even in the Cell saga, did anything happen? Oh, I will say this. Like, actually, you know what? After the Namek saga, that was kind of dope because that's when you get your introduction to Trunks, Frieza's back. So they could have easily started off with a bang, and they're definitely starting off with a tss. So
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get like those side movies that go along with Super? Because you know how Z had those side movies.
Sure.
Like one of my favorite ones is the one where they did a short movie of what happened to Future Trunks before he went to the past.
Oh, I love that one.
That one where he's fighting the androids and he's just seen everybody die and like he sees Gohan with
Oh,
the arm.
the History of Trunks.
Yeah, the history of Trunks.
History
That
of
one.
Trunks.
Like, do you think Super's gonna do that? Because I would love that. I mean, depending, like, I would love to see if the premonition of the Super Saiyan God is something that Beerus experienced before. I would like to see a movie of that,
Sure.
of how he was before he went into this slumber,
I
or
think-
when he ordered the destruction of Planet Vegeta. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Kelly? She's like, sure.
Yeah.
I just want action. She's like, I just needed to get to the damn point. That's all I gotta say.
I'm hopeful that it'll start picking up more in the next episode, but based on other seasons, I'm thinking it's going to be 5th episode.
I will say this about the movies that you brought up. There are definite plans to include movies. Now, with these movies, they don't count, technically. They really don't count, technically. They don't fit in the timeline. They don't.
But we like it when it does.
It never does, though.
Ooh,
It
but-
never does. There's things that can be fit in. Like, you know what the
History of
movies do?
Trunks. I mean,
Well, those are TV specials. Those are technically different. Even like the Bardock one, the father of Goku, Trunks. They were made specifically to complement the series. Every other movie that was a movie had nothing to do with it. If anything, it was a different version of what happened in the series. Like, for instance, Lord Slug was the first time you saw Super Saiyan Goku, even though they colored the hair wrong. You had a different version with Frieza in the series. You had Bojax, who had Super Saiyan 2 for the first time with Gohan. Obviously, that happened with Cell in the series. So there's always like a different version of how things happen. And the movies are primarily there to give a different take. So I have a comment from Jeffrey Del Rosario who asks, what's your favorite moments in Dragon Ball? I'm going to open that up to say all of Dragon Ball, so we're not just limiting.
Wait, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT?
I'm going to open it up to all of Dragon Ball. Because technically, the manga itself, all the way to Z, is Dragon Ball, so let's just open it up to all of Dragon Ball. So what is your favorite moment of Dragon Ball?
God, that is such a hard question.
That is... Because there's
Can we have an intermission? Is this possible to do an intermission during a live?
Oh, intermissions.
Damn.
Step it up. Pressure.
You go first then.
I'll go. I think that it's not really a moment, but it's more of like an arc. I really like the Cell Saga.
Cell Saga is great.
Yeah.
Cell Saga is
a lot of action in it.
Really
That's what I like. I like the action.
That's not a bad answer. I will say the first appearance. I'll give two answers. I'll even give you two answers already. Yeah, man.
What? Give me more time.
Damn right I will. No, but the first arrival of Trunks when he cuts Frieza in half.
Trunks.
No, but here's the thing. That was the first time you got to see a second Super Saiyan. The
Yeah.
first time.
Oh yeah, right off the bat.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine,
especially because you thought that there was only possible for one person to
that's
turn
what I'm
Super Saiyan.
saying. I mean, get it? That's what I'm saying. But here's the thing.
I said no puns this episode. No puns this
I made
episode.
no promises, sir. I never made promises. There's going to be
We promised no more puns.
This is we should. No, but here's the thing.
Yeah, I think that you just told us not to do puns.
I think you politely requested, and I said no in my heart. But no,
that super sucks.
If you were to follow Dragon Ball Z and knew nothing about, I mean, obviously by the time we got Dragon Ball Z, you knew what it was. You recognize these golden-haired people. They fly around, they blast things. But if you had no idea where it was going, and you thought Goku was the only Super Saiyan, and then you see this little scrawny kid in like a crop top jacket with purple hair, looking all kinds of just kind of.
Dad, crop top jacket.
He did. That thing went straight midriff, okay? And he had lavender hair, and he had a sword looking like a freaking cosplayer.
The sword was badass but pointless.
Definition of cool now, but at the time you're like, who the hell is this kid? I'm gonna be another Super Saiyan. Wait, say what now? And then that happened, and then you just like, oh my god, what? And then you have so many questions. Then you realize he's the freaking son of the prince. That's dope.
Wait, and then you're like, what? They have a kid?
And
they banged? They banged? Like,
oh, can I take the time to say how much of a trendsetter that Bulma was? In Japan, it's very frowned upon to have a kid out of wedlock.
Yeah.
Bulma did.
Yeah.
Bulma did.
Yeah, but she's the richest family in the world.
No, sure, but as far as look at
the shit that Kardashians get away with.
It's a taboo thing in Japan. Like for us, having a kid out of wedlock is like, okay, sure. We have DC characters who do worse.
Yeah, but she was a Kardashian over there.
In Japan, this is before Kardashian, my friend. So if anything, Kim picked up the manga and says, yeah, I could be a single parent too. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is it was really ahead of its time for Japan especially to go that route, to have a prominent female character have a kid out of wedlock and have it with a villain. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend as much time on this one, but
Is that one of your favorite moments?
He has a second one.
Oh, okay.
The second one, I'll make it very quick. The second one was when Vegeta had his final flash. Like, to me, that was sick. Vegeta's final flash was amazeballs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So mine's a sappy moment.
Aww.
It's a sappy moment.
Aww.
And I talked about this one in the last episode too. It was during Dragon Ball when they're doing the tournament and you see Goku for the first time as a teenager, no longer the kid. Like he's now like that adult teenager. And he goes into the tournament and then he fights Chi-Chi. And he has no idea who Chi-Chi is, and Chi-Chi's like pissed off at him and like fighting each other, and then they stop fighting when he realizes who she is, and then they're like, hey, let's get married.
There's nothing romantic about that.
I found it romantic. I was like, oh man,
Goku didn't even know what marriage was.
That's how I want to find the girl of my dreams, by fighting her and beating her ass. Like,
but he thought marriage was food, which is kind of
goodness.
What's wrong with that?
His brain is just food. That's
I don't know. I love that moment. That was a sappy moment, and I loved it. And I was like, oh.
I did not mean to shit on your moment. Like, I didn't. But
yeah, that was good.
It was all right. That's okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get the badass fighting moment.
Hey, it's fine. It's Dragon Ball. We love Dragon Ball. Hell, I just gave this episode a 4 because Vegeta was able to spend time with his kid. No judgment. So we have comments from Mario Ayala, who asks, question for you guys. Who's better, Kid Trunks or Future Trunks? For me, Future Trunks is better.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
That was him.
No, you. Oh, for him. Well, you
I'm not saying I'm going to disagree.
Yeah, but the way that you kind of read it was like you're like saying I agree with it. Yeah, he is better.
I'm going to skip ahead. I do agree. Moving on.
Yeah. Well,
what is your answer?
Well, I gotta say, a Kid Trunks, I kind of liked him a little bit better.
GT. He becomes GT Trunks. Scarf.
I liked him because of the fusion. Okay,
but that Kid Trunks becomes GT Trunks with a scarf and khaki shorts.
You are all about his fashion.
Hey,
GT never happened.
GT did happen.
GT never happened.
Kelly.
GT never happened.
Future Trunks.
Future Trunks. You got to.
Go with the crowd.
Go with the crowd. So, we have Blackwing 2040 in the house. He says, Kamehameha! And says, what's up? How's it going, guys? What's up, Blackwing? Good to see you. He says he missed tonight's episode, but he'll watch the rerun at a later time. And definitely check it out. I mean, obviously, Dragon Ball Super is just getting started.
Yes.
So we want to see it progress.
You're not missing much.
I want some action to start happening.
You're not missing
Start some fighting. Two people have to fight each other.
You're missing the food. You
we didn't even get to see Vegeta, like a full scene of Vegeta and Trunks like battling it out. It was like a 5-second clip.
Well, you don't want to see him
we get
his kid too.
Yeah,
we get that Vegeta montage with the family.
We do.
I mean that was kind of nice.
They're living a very normal lifestyle right now.
They're
not acting like some Super Saiyans. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, are you talking about after that car ride with that flying car ride? I mean,
Vegeta's episode was my relationship goals. I want a love like that. That chick understood her man. She knew when to feed him. She knew when to put the car under the water. She knew when to give him his space. That's a trophy wife, and she's rich. Material.
You know they probably boned when they got home.
Oh, dude, they have the best rage sex on the planet. Those are angry people. I promise you.
What are we doing?
You are stuck.
We are dissecting the dynamics of a beautiful relationship. What are you doing?
You're making me feel so awkward.
Yeah, that's my goal.
So that pretty much wraps it up for episode 2.
Wait till all the sexual jokes start kicking in when Master Roshi shows up. I am going to point those out.
But you can make sexual jokes?
Well, you guys brought the puns back, so I'm going to talk about the hentai moments.
Alright, but you just can't complain about our puns then.
Okay.
What?
What is he doing over here, guys? What is he doing over here? Alright, so I think we have another question, right?
Oh, actually, that's about it. Wait, who's your... Oh, wow. Okay, so we do. We have from Jeffrey Del Rosario, who asks...
Hello again.
Who's your top favorite female characters in the Dragon Ball universe?
Another large question there.
Android 18.
What? Yo, that makes sense.
Sexbot. Yep. Makes sense.
Sexbot.
That's Sexbot. Yep.
What about you?
Favorite character?
Female character.
Female character.
Fair.
Well, he said top 3, right?
No, just top.
Oh, just top. Okay.
Just top female.
Because I will say 3.
That's hard because there's not a lot of female characters.
Videl.
Not a lot.
Bulma.
She's there.
Chi-Chi.
Okay. I said not a lot. I didn't say they didn't exist. You know what? I'm gonna go with Launch.
Ooh. You went back.
You went back. Well, I mean, I think the female characters were more interesting in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Before power-ups and destroying planet people and all that stuff. Launch was interesting. She was sweet as pie 1 minute. She sneezed, and all of a sudden she was the bank robber from hell.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Launch?
It's a tie for me. It's Launch, and it's also Chi-Chi in Dragon Ball, like really in the beginning when she was kind of like that superhero, where she's like this little girl, but she can take on, hold her own,
Yeah, I like that.
With that weird, skimpy...
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
weird superhero outfit.
Oh, little bikini.
The little bikini and a tiny little girl. That was a little bit too pedo.
Because she was supposed to be really young.
Hey, her dad let her express herself. She let her dress how she wanted. That's all it is. That's good parenting.
Seriously.
I'm looking at the positive side of that glass being full, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, honey, dress however you express yourself.
Yeah.
You want to wear a helmet? Wear the helmet.
Go out on your own by yourself. You don't need to check in. Just go into the wilderness and just stay away from strange men and boys.
You know, I love the fact that you brought up Chi-Chi because honestly, I hate what they did with her after the fact.
She's just a housewife now.
Yeah,
she was a single mom,
and we barely see her.
But not only just. Well, here's the thing: they turned her into a gimmick. And to be honest with you, the anime did this more than the manga. In the manga, yes, she was worried about her kid, but I'm sorry. Yeah. So the manga, she was worried about her kid. The anime made her that kind of overbearing, angry housewife, naggy. That was more for the anime than it was in the manga.
Yeah.
And just like you said, she was the daughter of the Ox King. She was a princess. She was royalty. She was willing to fight for her man, like you said. You know, she was willing to fight for her man. Got beat, said like, "Oh, you are worthy of my love. Let's get married tomorrow." Goku's like, "I have no idea what that means. So I just don't know what that means. Does that mean food? Food is involved. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
You know what I'm saying?
On his mind.
So I hate the fact that they turned this badass warrior princess, which is essentially what it is. Like she was a warrior princess.
She could have been an awesome character. Can you imagine, like, if she was able to attain, like, super... Well, she's not Saiyan. But,
doesn't matter.
But, like, if she was able to achieve, like, a power level, like, of her own, battling with, alongside, like, Goku and...
Like,
fight by her husband. Fight by her husband.
Yeah.
Fight with her kid.
That would have been awesome.
Fight with her kid.
Missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
I think out of all the women that are in Dragon Ball, there's only 2 that fight now. Because Videl used to, but... She doesn't do that anymore that much.
She's preggers.
Vidal's not preggers yet.
Oh, well, she will be preggers.
Well, she will be. But yeah, only Android 18. Love her. She's the only one that fights. And then Bulma, which she kind of more of the support line than actual fighting. But she's always there.
All the females characters kind of just took a backseat. That's all I'm going to say. So I think we're going to wrap it up. We're going to acknowledge a couple more comments. And I think that's it. Blackwing 2040 says, DJ, I saw you guys singing karaoke. Okay, that had nothing to do with the episode, but I'm glad you saw us singing karaoke, Backstreet Boys for life.
Do you think they have the Dragon Ball theme song as karaoke?
Ooh, which one?
Let's do it next time.
Which one?
There's only one that actually matters to sing.
I don't know which one. I have like 4 in my head.
Dragon.
Rock the Dragon.
Dragon Ball Z.
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
They have to have it in karaoke. We have to do that next time.
They do have Pokemon, so I mean anything's possible. Mario Ayala says that Bulma is wife material, and I 110% agree. She's rich. That's the love I want.
She's very rich.
The rich part is a perk.
Super rich.
Rich part is a perk.
Rich.
That's what matters? The rich part?
I said a perk. I didn't say primary.
All right.
I didn't say.
Fair
I
enough,
said
he's rich.
She knows my grunts.
Fair enough.
She knew when to feed me.
Fair enough.
In my head.
So to wrap this up, DJ, where can we find you on that hashtag show?
You can actually find me on that hashtag show's
right here.
Instagram account. You can find me here during Super Saiyan Saturdays with these 2 awesome people. You can find me also on that hashtag show during the Ranger wrap up and the Retro Ranger wrap up with my brother Joe and this little one as well. Sometimes I do some 5 for 5s. And many movie reviews, and you can definitely catch us do those from time to time, 5 for 5s. And on Instagram, you can find me at DJ.2.Rivers.
Yes. Follow all of his stuff because he's awesome.
Thanks.
Ernie?
Let's see. This show, of course.
Super Saiyan Saturdays.
The best show.
Yeah, this show. I also do hashtag hotspots. We have Impulse this weekend, which I'm not going to go. Which I should be there now, but I'm not going to go.
He's giving his time for you.
You do have a recent episode of Hotspots, though, right? That just got posted in the last couple days?
Yeah, the last one was LA Comic Con. Mm-hmm. And next week, there's going to be Designer Con. Oh my god, I love that place. I can't wait for the next one. Awesome. And then there's Anime LA at the end of this month. So follow me at my Instagram and also Facebook. My handle is _journey. JERNI. Yeah, there you go.
Because it sounds like Ernie.
Yeah.
And also sounds like Journey.
Journey. Because I take you to a journey. So follow me because I'll be streaming at ALA. So you'll get to see all the girls in the pasties and cosplay. And
it's
I
true.
think we
happens.
Yeah. And then so there's that too. Yeah.
I love how Ernie tried to downplay, like, no, I'm just here. And then once he got going, like, wait, well, I kind of do hotspots too. Kind of think about it. We have a few events coming up.
We
got fashion thing going on.
I'm like extremely, really like distracted right now because there's maids out there.
We do have a maid cafe happening.
There's a maid cafe out there.
But Ernie's also
music and like.
But Ernie's also our lead correspondent, so dude holds it down. You can always catch him out there bringing all the goodness and conventions to you guys. And we have all of our field team out there. Ernie's leads them all. So check out Ernie. Cranky Cupcakes. What do you do?
Hello. You've already mentioned it, but I do the Retro Ranger wrap up with you. But I believe next week we are starting the new season of Power Rangers, Ninja Steel, and it will be a live showing. And is it next Saturday?
It is next Saturday.
Wow, guys!
We are counting down.
2 live shows. And I'm also on this one, Super Saiyan Saturdays. On Tuesdays, I bring you Achievement Unlocked, my gaming news feed, really. And then on Thursdays, you see Rapid Fire Supercharged K. I've done it with DJ. I have yet to do it with Ernie.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. It's hard with me because I know a lot of.
I'm gonna find some.
I think the only way you can either do
anime.
obscure or you can do the absolute most recent anime because I haven't been caught up.
That's good. Those are good tips. Thank you for giving me the tips. And you can follow me on all social media as Cranky Cupcakes with a Z at the end.
Yeah.
Little Z's.
I know you're right.
She has the most awesome logo ever, custom made.
Kimya made it for me. My friend Kimya, shout out to Kimya. She did my little Cranky Cupcakes anime character.
Yeah, that was dope.
Thank you.
Who did your shirt from last week?
My shirt? Oh no, that was a Powerpuff Girl shirt.
Oh, that was from Comic-Con.
I got that made at Comic-Con, and it was a hot item. They sold out before the last day. There was a line. You had to wait 30 minutes to make your character print out a shirt. I made 2 of them.
You waited an hour?
No, we went the first day when no one knew about it. We went preview night, actually. And there was no line. We got in, we made our stuff, and then every day we walked by and there was crowds of people.
You guys can't hear the music in the background.
Yeah, there is music. They're dancing to nothing.
Fist pumping going on.
There was a cat girl outside.
Ernie wants to go out there.
I think that pretty much does it for us. I think we're good.
Yes, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Super Saiyan Saturday, the Dragon Ball Super After Show. Don't forget to come back next Saturday at 6:30. Come watch Dragon Ball with us, guys, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, I wish you guys were here.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things trending
in geek pop culture.
Now, come in.